Can we just do it again without the negative saying that you don't like the tour? Just 'cause
I don't like it though.
I know, but say this.
I go through
what
hell.
Is it setting up? I don't know.
I go through hell touring. Okay, then I'll make it positive then.
Yeah, it's just.
For you know the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And action, Mike.
I love to tour. You guys must.
Just say.
Why you all start laughing? I'm going to get into it.
Michael Jackson only had to show up, and the entire atmosphere started changing. Celebrities lost their composure, crowds went insane, and sometimes, entire shows nearly fell apart just because Michael Jackson stood there for a few seconds. And right after this are the moments that show why Michael Jackson's presence always made everything feel unreal.
So I didn't answer this one, Joe? I did. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm wondering what I did. Okay.
A few moments later.
I'm sorry, Joe. Is he in the light? His shoulders. The interview did not go any further. Yeah.
And 3.
During an interview, Michael Jackson quickly realized paparazzi would take more pictures whenever he moved, and just a few seconds later, he almost started having fun constantly testing that reaction.
その他レジャー施設を含んだテーマパークです。設計を担当いたしますのが大変著名かつ人格的にも素晴らしい、しかもタレントに満ちた才能に満ちた著名な建築家、本日ここに参っておりますアートメリカンです。
You're getting close to your 40th birthday. How is it the way you feel about music?
I did not circle that question.
I'm sorry.
A lot of people may not know this, but Michael Jackson almost always knew how to shut down disrespectful questions. So, never try asking him something like this.
Do you include common musical phrases in your songs that you write?
Common musical phrases?
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, but I don't know if you know what it means.
You wanting to have a little white boy play you in a Pepsi commercial.
That is so stupid. That's the most ridiculous, horrifying story I've ever heard. It's crazy. I mean, why? Number one, it's my face as a child in the commercial. Me, when I was little. Why would I want a white child to play me? I'm a black American. I'm proud to be a black American. I am proud of my race. I am proud of who I am. I have a lot of pride in who I am and dignity. That's like you wanting an Oriental person to play you as a child. Does that make sense?
No.
So please, people, stop believing these
Michael,
horrifying
then
stories.
let's go to the thing that is...
As one of the most famous people of all time, Michael Jackson was obviously impersonated countless times, but somehow, the person enjoying it the most was Michael himself.
Look. The police pulled him out.
What was he doing? He was doing a Jackson dance.
He was doing all every time he starts, the police pull him out. Every time. He could never get on a roll. Poor guy. You guys got he does the leg kick, the spin, he grabs his crouch, and after that they take him out.
The producers wanted to surprise Michael Jackson by bringing out an impersonator next to him, but what they didn't expect was Michael completely losing control, laughing at it himself.
Michael Jackson. The real Michael Jackson. Please stand forward.
Quarter to 9.
Michael Jackson almost always stayed away from attention off stage, but the people around him, especially Chris Tucker, constantly told stories that revealed a completely different side of Michael.
You know what? We go to the movies sometimes. We go to the movies. Both of us like going to the movies. So we go to the movies, but it's hard because Michael got to sneak in the movie right before it starts. So Michael come in there like with a ninja suit on. He's hiding and all black. All of a sudden, I'm sitting there, where's Michael? And then I turn around, he's like, hey, Chris. I'm like, oh, man. How long you about 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Did I scare you? Sorry. And then, you know, we sneak in, all this stuff. He sneaks in at the last minute. He does all this stuff. Security brings us popcorn and stuff. You know, I'm like, he's trying to hide, you know.
Here you go, Mr. Jackson.
You know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we watching the movie, he's the loudest person in there.
Really?
Yeah, he's watching the movie like, hee. I say, Michael, would you shut up before people see you?
Michael Jackson was called the king of pop by the entire world, but Chris Tucker once revealed the kind of music Michael listened to privately, and it surprised a lot of people.
Michael was cool, man. We hang out with Michael. Michael liked rap. Like, he liked that 50 Cent song in the club. He liked the beat, so he'd be jamming to the beat. We'd be riding. Michael just be jamming to the beat. He'd be like, boom, boom, boom. So, you know, it's cool until he starts saying the words. That's when it sounds crazy. He's like, you see me in the club with a bottle full of bub. Like, Michael, no. Don't sing the words. Chris, I love that song, Chris. I love that beat. I love it, Chris. That is a cold-blooded beat. I love that beat. Of course I wouldn't go in the club with a bottle full of bud, Chris. I wouldn't do that. So they start singing. Michael starts singing first, man. I never heard him sing live before. He was like, how deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to. And then I got caught up and came in. Come to you on a summer breeze, and you know I can say, and you know it. And Michael was like, Chris, no.
Few people would expect that behind Michael Jackson's quiet lifestyle was someone incredibly generous with his friends, and Chris Tucker immediately decided to take advantage of that.
We became friends, man. I hung out with him a lot, and Michael was just so nice, man. You'd be around him and you just get happy. He would give you anything if you liked something. Like, I was just complimenting a flat screen TV he had, and he gave it to me. I was like, Michael, I didn't want the TV. But then the black came out of me. I started liking everything after that. I said, Michael, I like that Rolls Royce. That's a bad Rolls Royce. Not the old one, the new Rolls Royce, right there. He was like, you like it? I said, yeah, I like it. He said, you sure you like it? I said, yeah, I like it. He said, well, you better go buy one, because I ain't giving you my Rolls. Gave you a TV? Damn.
So.
What happens when Michael Jackson shares a stage with a comedy star like Eddie Murphy? The answer is way more entertaining than people would expect.
First, I'd like to thank, could you lift that up, please? I can't wait. Eddie, I need your help.
It ain't working.
Okay.
Go like, bend down.
First, I'd like to thank,
He said, Eddie, pull it up like I was working for him or something. And I started to do it too. I was like, yes, Mike. Wait, what am I doing?
When Eddie Murphy once again shared a stage with Michael Jackson, he still couldn't let go of the old joke, and this time, he pushed it even further.
So Mike's
LL Cool J thought the hardest part would be working with a music legend, but very quickly, he realized the hardest thing to keep up with was Michael Jackson's unpredictability.
It's crazy, like one time we was in the studio and, I said, Mike, in The Smooth Criminal, how'd you lean forward like that? And I was sitting at the, like a baby grand piano, I'm sitting on the, on the chair, and he was like sitting up on the piano like this, you know what I mean? And he was like, oh, well, I said, how did you lean forward? He said, well, we had a Swami come in and, we did a special thing and he did a ritual and he leaned forward and we all leaned forward together. I was like, really? He was like, no, silly. Mike was funny. Like one time.
If you think that was already the limit, the next story will show that Michael Jackson was way funnier in real life than people ever expected.
One time I said, I was sitting there, we were in his office. I said, Mike, I gotta pass gas. He said, what? He said, what? I said, Mike, I gotta fart. He said, you gotta what? I said, I have to fart. He said, well, go ahead then. And I went, he went, ah! And then, hold on, but this is when it gets funny. I love it, but this is when it gets funny. So he gets on the phone, right? I said, oh man, I would love some ice cream. He says, really? He says, okay, hold on a second. Hello? Yes. Hey, guess what LL did? Ordered some ice cream. yo, Mike was a trip.
The closer Michael Jackson was with someone, the more his real personality started coming out. While Lisa Marie Presley looked pretty cautious about the question, Michael seemed completely entertained by it.
Are you going to sing together?
No. I would love to sing with you. Would you like to sing with me?
You don't sing?
I don't sing. I did sing, but that's not why I married Michael. I don't need that. That's ridiculous. If I wanted it, I mean, I'm not going to marry someone for a recording career, just to clear that up as well.
Even during a formal moment at the Grammy Awards, Michael Jackson still found time to roast his brother in front of millions of viewers.
Also, I'd like to thank my mother and father who were with us all the way. I mean, my mother's very shy. She's like me. She won't come up. Also, I'd like to thank all my brothers who I love very dearly, including Jermaine.
When you have a voice like Michael Jackson's, you almost start creating your own standards, and unfortunately for his sister, her singing voice didn't exactly meet them.
East Indian. I think they're really beautiful, and the darker they are, the more beautiful.
Bill! Excuse me, can you close that door?
Your voice is very irritating.
I know, I hate this scream.
You sound like Carol Burnett.
Can you close that door, Bill, please? Thank you.
Having Michael Jackson show up at your wedding sounds amazing, until you see what actually happened afterward.
I could not think of living life without you, and I love you forever.
David, you don't ever have to live life without me.
Can I kiss her? Yes, you're mine.
Fame made it almost impossible for Michael Jackson to go shopping like a normal person, so his friends decided to make that dream happen for him.
Had my cousins dressed like they were bad boys, and I went shopping. It was great. They planned everything right down to the music.
Fancy move there. Huh? All right. Yeah, now people will know who you are when you put the glove on. What's the gun? Big red.
Most fans would ask Michael Jackson for an autograph or a picture, but this woman skipped all of that, just to ask one question that left him frozen for a few seconds.
Michael, will you marry me?
Huh? What?
I love you.
What did she say?
You marry her.
Oh.
I think
you just said yes, Michael.
Michael?
You took the ring.
Michael. Mike, could you sign it to Clark?
No, we don't do commercial. Someone's lovely.
At the wedding.
Takes a lot of people out there. All right?
And it took a lot of body coordination and a lot of confidence and courage and belief. That's my cousin Elijah. Just pushed me in the pool. That's Levon, my other cousin, in the red. No! I dried off. They pushed me right back in. I'm a nice person. I just took a shower and I washed my hair thoroughly. See what they do to me?